everybody, and welcome to the Coach's Call. Thanks for being here. Please consider clicking the subscribe button. Love to have you on an ongoing basis so that we can have some fun together and so that you can listen to maybe my off mainstream sports broadcasting opinion sometimes. Anyways, the two topics I want to cover today. Number one, I want to cover off the suspensions between the Las Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers. So we'll get to that. And I want to cover off, should refs be considered in play? And I'll reference the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Florida Panthers goal that happened the other night in Game 4. Let's start off with the Alex Pietrangelo and Darnell Nurse suspensions. I'm going to run a video here. I'm going to show you the slash that happened from Alex Pietrangelo.
On the clock, but here it is here now. It's late. This is gone. And he comes down aggressive. I mean, that's a hard slash up into the high area arms of Draisaitl.
All right, there you go. So what we're seeing there is you've got Alex Pietrangelo coming, traveling some distance, grabbing his stick, and then coming down on Leon Draisaitl. Okay, intent. That was intent. And Leon Draisaitl goes down. The Darnell Nurse one, you've got Darnell Nurse traveling some distance within the last 5 minutes of the third period of the game itself, and he gets an instigator for fighting. So 5-minute major, automatic 1-game suspension. Now, everybody's comparing these two incidents and going, well, they kind of even each other out. Mainstream media and sports, they kind of each, cover each other off. Pietrangelo gets a game, Nurse gets a game, two prominent players on both teams. Look, that doesn't make this right. This doesn't make the suspension right in terms of did Pietrangelo get enough? The idea that well, it's the playoffs, and because it's the playoffs, one game is different than it was in the season. That's a justification for somebody doing something that they shouldn't be doing in the game. I don't care if Evander Kane is if Evander Kane is in the ear of Alex Pietrangelo or hard on him all game. Maybe the referees should do their job and do something different so Alex Pietrangelo doesn't have to take matters into his own hands, because that's what's happening there. If Pietrangelo is frustrated because of the way he's been treated throughout the game by other players on the other team, all right, is he getting frustrated because the other players did something wrong? And if they did, why aren't the referees stepping in and calling the penalties? Well, it's the playoffs. We don't want to influence the game. You are influencing the game. There are ways that you're influencing the game already, okay? The idea that Darnell Nurse gets that, both went at it. Well, he traveled the same distances as Pietrangelo and there was intent. Yeah, so we got to maim a guy. Well, Darnell Nurse, they got into a fight and it was mutual and they fought, yeah. But the other guy, Draisaitl, he didn't have a broken arm. One prominent TSN analyst, and you can go find the clip if you want, okay? What does he say? Well, Leon Draisaitl doesn't have a broken arm. He isn't injured. He isn't out for the series. So one game kind of fits. Right. We got to maim Leon Draisaitl. We got to break his arm. We got to take him out for the rest of the playoffs so that Alex Pietrangelo can get suspended for this series. Think about that. You got a guy with a broken arm who can't play the rest of the playoffs, but Pietrangelo will get 3 games, and that'll be justified because then he couldn't influence the results of this series. Come on. What Jeremy Roenick said at one point, wake up, NHL. That was a long time ago, and the NHL has been asleep ever since. It's wrong. You want to fix this? Here's what you do. It's extreme. Here's what you do. Pietrangelo, you're gone for the series. Las Vegas Golden Knights, you forfeit 1 game. Whoa. But that's going to influence the bottom line. That's going to influence the gate. It's going to influence the concessions. It's going to influence what the NHL could bring in for money. So they'll never do it. But if you cared about the game and you cared about the players and you cared about the integrity, you take that out of the game and you do something so extreme that the players are going to think twice before they take that risk. The other part, fix the way the refs call the game. Get some consistency. And inconsistency is not consistency, okay? That's the coach's call on that. Now, I want to switch over to, should referees be part of the game in terms of, are they in play if the puck goes off of them and it results in an advantage for one of the other teams? Watch this video from the goal the other night, and then we'll talk about it. Here we go.
6-3. Now Marner's got some room. Works over the line for punting. Second unit starts to come in front. Scores! William Nylander has the goal.
Okay, there's the goal. So I said in my last video, I'm not picking on anybody here. I said Toronto Maple Leafs needed to get some lucky bounces. They got lucky bounces, okay? Off the post, off the back of Bobrovsky, in the net. Fine, it happens, okay? Those things happen. What shouldn't happen, in that clip, the puck hits the referee off his leg, goes to the front of the net, Toronto Maple Leafs lands on their stick, and they are at an advantage. They're at an advantage because somebody on the ice who isn't part of the other team, okay, isn't part of the teams, influenced the play. If the puck hits the net above the boards, it's whistled down. It's whistled down because, and they don't want to give an advantage to anybody if it lands in front of the net or in a spot where the other team gets an advantage. Okay, makes sense. Fine. Why isn't that the case for the ref? Why can you bounce it up? Why can it bounce off the ref and an advantage goes to another team and they get to take advantage of the advantage? Right now, look, you might say, well, you're being a homer. If this happened to the team that you like the most, you wouldn't say, yeah, I don't care. I don't care what team it is. It doesn't matter to me. The fact of the matter is the referee should not be in play when it comes to an advantage being given to one of the other teams. Call it what you want. I think it's wrong. I think they need to fix this in the NHL. That's the coach's call on referees in play. That's the coach's call on the ridiculousness of the suspensions and the duration of them, and that they should be more. Let's see what happens the rest of the second round. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe. Take care, folks.